Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sims Architecture Tours, the show where I take you on tours of famous houses that I rebuilt in Sims 4 during quarantine. I'm your host, Connor Cregan, and on today's episode, we'll be touring the Glass House, designed by Lina Bo Bardi in 1951. Now, obviously, this is not the glass side of the house, so let's go around to the front. Um, but this was Lina Bo Bardi's first building. She spent her life as a designer, a furniture designer, graphic designer, an exhibition designer, a costume designer, and an architect. But this glass house that she lived in with her husband Pietro Bardi was her first building. It was built in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in the Morumbi neighborhood. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Um, but she relocated to Brazil from her native Italy after World War II because of the political situation. And she's most of her life uh, was kind of aligned with communism. But despite that, she did design this house with servants' quarters in it. So go figure. But people contain multitudes, so it's whatever. Um, then once we come around here, there we go. Now you understand the name, the Glass House. Let's see if we can get a better look there. Ah, gorgeous! That morning light, I just cannot get enough. Um, but Lina Bo Bardi is no stranger to using glass as a material. While she was designing exhibitions, or one of her most famous exhibition designs for the Museum of Art Sao Paulo, where her husband Pietro Bardi was the director. Um, for an exhibition, she suspended paintings, or rather, she hung paintings on panes of glass that were lodged in blocks of concrete. So all the paintings were freestanding, and while looking at one, you could look through the glass at other paintings and kind of see this constellation of art history and things like that. But yeah, this is a kind of fabulous way to enter a house, through these staircases, looking out onto all the nature. The house was built in the remnants of, I believe, the Atlantic forest, which is part of the rainforest in Brazil. And then she planted a lot of these trees so that they would grow up around the house. This kind of sweet, cute little entryway. And then bum 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 bum. Welcome to the Glass House. Isn't this gorgeous? With the tree fully growing up right through the middle, kind of the heart of the house right here. This little entryway, but yeah, so Lina Bo Bardi and her husband Pietro, they were like avid art collectors, artifact collectors. So a lot of how this house was decorated was kind of inspired by that, kind of like salon style, um, but also like kind of sporadic, eccentric, kind of combination of disparate aesthetics and furnishings. Like from this Eames lounge chair to these more antique upholstered chairs. But the way she organized this house was into like certain different little habitats, which is actually the name of a magazine she founded. But her whole design philosophy and architecture philosophy was that the people were the ones who defined the building, not necessarily, you know, the shape or the spaces within the building. It was all about how the people animated it and kind of that private choreography of domestic life, if you will. That's what she believed was really the life force of buildings in general. So this is kind of the, I would say, maybe more of the informal sitting area. You can listen to music, hang out by the fire, and chit chat before you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh, and here we have everybody waking up, um, getting into it. But yeah, here's the dining room. Once again, just kind of a combination, this very kind of classic tulip marble topped dining table, kind of a classic modernist shape there, paired with these antique dining chairs. So it's all about kind of contrasts and furnishings and the relationships and conversations they have with one another. Oh, like this, I love this little like ballerina statue and how it responds to this plant. You know, an image of organicness versus actual organicness, and just how those kind of play off one another in that very kind of, you know, private moment, slight moment, something you might miss if you weren't looking around for it. Um, But yeah, let's move into the kitchen where everybody's at, hanging out, partying. So yeah, this is the kitchen, and this is what connects the servant wing, which is back through that door, with the family wing down this hall and the front, and the main house. Um, so we'll get there in a second, but for now, we'll just check out the family wing. Oh yeah, everybody's up and at 'em. Okay, so here's the first bedroom. And just kind of like a cute little cozy space. Most of the action in this house is designed to go in that main glass walled area. So the bedrooms are pretty modest, um, nothing crazy. You know, the person who sleeps in this room loves the Big Bang Theory, so he's got a Jim Parsons autograph right there. I mean, he's in heaven. Um, and let's go out back into the main hall. But yeah, red tile throughout here, and then the flooring in the main room is all like this really pretty blue tile, which I love. And then here we have the bathroom, and I love a bright bathroom, bright, loud, bold bathroom. And this one I really tried to like make it harmonious. You got the yellow flower wallpaper, yellow flower portrait, and then a big yellow sunflower framed right by that window. So architects are always trying to be like, oh yeah, we're trying to bring the outside in and kind of blur that wall. And I think design can achieve that without, being so literal as to say have like a huge glass wall here or something. It can just be as simple as framing a yellow flower, if that makes sense. I should also say I have no experience with interior design besides my apartment bedroom, so I might not be making any sense, but you get it. Oh, here's the blue tile I was talking about. Ah, gorgeous. And then here we have another bedroom. Yeah, cute. Still simple thing, the window to the outside courtyard, which we'll get to in a second. Um, we have a huge Prince fan in the building, so autographed Prince photo, pretty impressive. Um, oh, just hanging out, cool. A dog does live here, so we have a dog bed. But yeah, just white stucco with a yellow stucco accent wall. You know, I love the stucco because it's so like minimal and maximal at the same time, if that makes sense. Like it's a very simple finish, but it just feels very rich and full and kind of like a thick texture that I love to use. So now we're in the master. I guess I should have done a drum roll or something, but we're in the master. Has a little walk-in closet with a mirror wall, this little entryway, and of course it has a master bath with a lovely bold tile there, tying in the yellow with the statement wall, blue tile trim around the bottom. Full bath, full shower, got it all, and all to herself. So pretty fierce. And then step out here, and then boom! Who doesn't want a giant wall of glass in their bedroom? Is this not just a spectacular view? And I just love taking that accent wall and then, kind of echoing it or elongating it with a curtain with the same color, just kind of an extension of that wall without being, so without being a solid wall. It's kind of like turns kind of like a membrane, if you will. So it's a little softer. It lets a little bit more light in. It's not a freaking wall. But yeah, carrying the color of the wall through the trunk and through the door frame. Then we have a lovely big piece of art at the end to look at as you go to sleep. But yeah, so this is the master, as you can tell. It's about twice the size of the other bedrooms, so there you have it. And then the master leads right out into the library and office. Now I like to imagine that like Lina and Pietro, when they had meetings, they would make their grand entrance through this little secret door straight from their bedroom, but who knows how they live their life. Um, but yeah, just had to do some mid-century modern, which I usually hate, but mid-century modern bookshelves, they look good. I mean, you can't go wrong with an Eames bookshelf, so I had to have that. But then, yeah, like taking these clean modern lines, but also pairing them with this really kind of lovely, simple but warm tablecloth, and then a more ornate antique mirror. Um, you know, how can you resist? This is kind of a slightly more formal reception area, attached to the library. Um, and then we're back to kind of the entryway, which I just think is, yeah. And then I'd like to remind you guys, aren't those samurai chairs just to die for? Anyways, I wanted to remind you all that I do, um, give these tours live on Instagram, and they're really fun then because you can like pipe in and chime in and ask questions and make comments and make jokes. And so they're really fun for me. A lot more fun than just doing this by myself, feeling like a crazy person. So if you follow me at Connor Cregan on Instagram, that's where I do all the tours on Instagram Live. So definitely tune into that. Um, Here we have a bathroom and a broken toilet. You know what? This is an architectural digest, okay? This isn't The Cut or, Wendy Goodman's New York Times, open door tours. Okay, this is just, you know, this is real life, baby. And you know what? Sometimes these toilets break and sometimes there are puddles. And that's just a texture we're embracing in this fabulous, gorgeous, deep orange and tangerine tile bathroom. So just yeah, I'm glad that happened. Yeah. Um, let's see. The house does have one, two, three and a half, or three full baths, one half bath. We'll go back into the kitchen, and the kitchen was designed um, with a lot of practicality in mind. Lina Bo Bardi was kind of credited with introducing Brazil to this Italian rationalism and that kind of brand of modernism. So the black tiles, white tile walls. In the original design, all the counters were stainless steel, and then the garbage was actually a garbage chute to the bottom of the house. So it was all very thoughtful and functional. The green wall is part of how is part of the design. If you look at pictures online of the house, so I did my homework. Okay, um, but yeah, this kind of connects, um, or it doesn't kind of. It literally connects the main house with the servants' quarters. So I'm not really sure how I feel about servants' quarters, but here they are. Of course, with the pantry, with backup dishes and soaps and that sort of stuff. But I made it this kind of fabulous blue just to jazz it up a little bit, make it feel less like a service area. But then this is the front picture window onto that ugly house across the street. I should buy that and demolish it. It's really an eyesore. Then we have the first bedroom here. A cute little number, I think. This one I kind of wanted to try mixing, soft and hard shapes. So a really ethereal curtain with a black, framed blunt rectangle window, but then also bringing in more antique pieces. Um, yeah, so just a simple little bedroom. And then oh yeah, we got all their trophies, their Billy Baths, um, storage in the hallway, and a bathroom. Oh my gosh. Okay, so like I said, this is real life, baby. Okay, we're not pulling any punches. Okay, we're not sugarcoating or whitewashing anything. This is real life, and by real life, I mean a video game that I play obsessively. And I really tried to make sure that all of this stuff was fixed before the tour, but here we are now. But yeah, kind of lovely, uh, mid-height tile. Um, right, I just love these blue tiles that are getting ruined. But yeah, that's the bathroom. Oh my god. Okay, I can't believe everything's broken. I'm really embarrassed, but it's also kind of funny. Um, and here we have another lovely little bedroom. With all these bedrooms, I did try and do an accent wall just to give something. I know they're kind of cheesy, but I like them and think they're effective accent walls. So, nice big linear art, kind of echoed in the little, abstract sculptural vases, if you will. Um, yeah, I don't really know why I'm pontificating so much about my interior design, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Then a third little bedroom. So yeah, the house has 6 bedrooms, including the master. So full house, kids. And of course, this being the service wing, they do have the laundry room, which, I mean, laundry in the unit, pretty fierce. I live in New York City, so this is like, oh yeah, love. This is a really cute t-shirt that I want to have in real life. I'm not fat, I am fluffy. Yes, bitch, work. You're gorgeous, you're a queen, you're a goddess. I'm obsessed. Um, okay, and then we come out here, and then we come back to the veranda, um, which I kind of styled in a kind of German Bauhaus color palette. Okay, we got the Mondrian, right? Kind of echoed in the carpet and in the general geometry of the art hanging in the room. We got the Mies day bed. I mean, this is a pretty chic little private area. This is a nice way to like nice place to get away from the rest of the house, which is, so open and social. And this is a little bit more private, and you can kind of take a nap and not worry about anything. And it's also the only way to get into the fabulous little courtyard. And if this isn't your definition of a little slice of heaven, then girl, I do not know what is. Is this not just, I mean, I'll say it, I think it's just sublime. I really do. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. How much do you just want to like sit on that bench with maybe a friend or maybe just by yourself, with some orange wine maybe, or, I don't know, Aperol Spritz or a Negroni or something and just chill out. Come out here for maybe, coffee or a smoke break if you need it. But yeah, this is just kind of like talk about an indoor outdoor room. Um, so I just think love it. Now in the original design, the house was flanked by stairs, and so I believe from my research that it was actually a ladder kind of leading up to this courtyard, but not really possible in Sims 4. So that's my interpretation. Oh yeah, get it. You got it. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you got it. That's okay. You'll get there. Okay. Um, but yeah, again, follow me at Connor Cregan on Instagram for live tours. Um, I want to try and figure out Switch, but it's like really hard to do on a Mac computer, especially when you don't have two monitors and you don't want to go buy one because you're afraid of getting COVID-19. Oh my God, this thing too. This place is falling apart. We gotta get out of here. This is bad. But yeah, definitely follow me on Instagram for future tours, for future live tours, and I'll post, of course, all the tours on YouTube as well. Um, oh, this is a little thing for the dog to eat out, with everybody else. Little dog food dish, little dog statue. See this drawing, I was like, oh yeah, everybody's talking. This should go in the dining room. It'll elicit conversation. I'm a crazy person. Oh yeah, get into it, bitch. Um, but yeah, let's walk out here. But yeah, at Connor Cregan on Instagram. Hopefully one day. Oh my God, and the dog just. Okay, you know what? I am. Oh my God, Lina Bo Bardi is rolling over in her grave. I am so sorry, girl. Lina Bo Bardi Foundation is gonna like find me and be like, take down this video. You're literally shitting on the rug. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But at least you saw it before everything was breaking. But yeah, these aren't these like I think they're called pilotes, Pilots, but they go all the way up through the living room, so it kind of echoes the tree trunk shapes, and once again kind of blurs the outside and the inside, which Lina Bo Bardi was really all about. Um, But yeah, she's a really like interesting person. She designed, I don't know if I already said this, but she designed the Museum of Art in Sao Paulo, Brazil, that her husband directed. She has designed theaters, other homes, community centers like the Ces Pompeia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So she's really uh, a jack of all trades when it comes to design. Her drawings are really fabulous. The chairs she's designed are gorgeous. Um, so yeah, she's really just a real singular individual. But isn't this landscape gorgeous? Uh, to die. Um, and she planted a lot of the trees. Right, I think I said that. Oh my god, I just wish this frickin' McMansion was not across the street. But, anyways, guys, that is the tour. Thank you so much for coming along and joining me. Let's see if we can get a better. Woohoo! Look at that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope I made sense and didn't sound too much like a crazy person. Um, sounding a little bit like a crazy person is okay. You just you want a little bit of you want to be a little nuts to keep things interesting. But yeah, thanks again for coming along. Follow me on Instagram for live tours and see you next time. Bye bye.